welcome back to another book review. I did a book review for part 2 of this series, and I didn't realize that I didn't do one for the first one. So we're gonna do that real quick. This is Impact Winter Season 1 by Travis Beacham. I'm gonna say Beacham because it could be Beacham, but I'm just gonna say Beacham because I don't know. I read this back in October. I thought I did a video on it. If I did, I might have deleted it. So I'm just gonna redo it because that's the best course of action, especially since I already did a second one. Not gonna let that go to waste. So let me go ahead and read you the summary. They came after the impact and the firestorms when the sun went dark, like they'd been there all along, just waiting. From the executive producers of The Walking Dead and Travis Beacham, the writer of Pacific Rim, comes a heart-stopping Audible original featuring a brilliant British cast. It's the near future and 7 years since the comet hit the Earth and blotted out the sun. The world is a dark, frozen landscape, and then beastly creatures emerge and take over. Can they really be vampires? In the British countryside, a band of survivors forms a resistance in the fallout shelter of a medieval castle. Darcy is a battle-tested vampire hunter who is at the front line, leading the charge to save humanity. Meanwhile, her younger sister Hope wants life to return to normal so she can go above ground and know what it's like to live again. And she just might be willing to risk it all. A story of apocalypse, horror, and adventure. Impact Winter is wholly original new saga created just for Audible with immersive 3D audio that dares you to pop in your earbuds and listen in the dark. Venture into an eternally sunless world of swords and crossbows, primal hunters and shapeshifters, leaders and lovers. Hear how a brave few fight to survive in the Impact Winter. So I really enjoyed this. It was one of the first books that I listened to on Audible, and I was really disappointed that I can't get a paperback copy. So that was sad. I didn't find it very horrific or whatever, like to watch it in the dark, whatever. But it wouldn't have scared me. It's vampires. But anyway, I think it's really cool that it was a whole comet that kind of took out everything, and because of it, it like screwed up the atmosphere, the atmosphere, and now there's an eternal winter, so we're in constant ice age, but it's the perfect weather for vampires to come out because there's no sun, there's no heat. And so now they rule and humans kind of hide out. We follow Darcy, mainly. She has a little sister, Hope, that gets a bigger part later in the series. And it starts out with her broadcasting over the radio. She gets, if I remember correctly, she gets kind of attacked by blighters, which is vampire spawn, basically. They aren't the anointed, I think. Anyway, there's blighters, and then there's like the normal vampires we know about. The blighters are like, I imagine them as like shadows and stuff because that's what I thought they were, but then later it's like in their bat nose and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, so maybe they just look more bat-like. Anyway, I loved the action and how it was portrayed, the imagery. I do love the transitions between scenes, and it really drew me in and it kept my attention. It captured me. I really enjoyed this one. There's a little romance that goes through it. I love Felix so much. Felix is probably my favorite character. He's just so sweet. And I think Darcy is really strong and I enjoy her character. The voice actors are great. There may be one or two that I had a little tiny bit of complaint about, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound real. But overall, everyone did a really great job. Kept me entertained and kept me listening. Anyway, this little series, it is 3 right now. It is free on Audible to listen to if you have an Audible subscription. I just canceled mine because I don't have time for that right now, but it is what it is. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, go check it out. The link and the description are in the description. I think that's really all I got. It's been a minute since I've read it, but I did really enjoy it. I will have the second part up for you guys to listen to. I go in a little more depth, and then I will have the third one for you guys to listen to too. So yeah. Anyway, link in the description or in the description. Go check it out if it sounds interesting to you. I really enjoyed it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Say bye, Piggy.